when we do the campaign, there's something wrong. Some campaigns work properly, some campaign does not work. And brands now facing big challenge to stretch themselves thin into different platforms to get organic as before. And every business owner now, they feel day by day there's something wrong happening. There's something they cannot really understand why it's not working anymore and why I cannot scale my business through digital as before. And if I'm paying $1 today to bring a lead, I have to pay now $3 just to get the same lead and same business. So I will just give you a heads up that starting because of the AI, what's happening now, and this is the main core of the topic today, how AI function regarding lead generation. Because Meta, this is the main example that we're going to work on it today, step by step. We are facing a very, very aggressive overhaul for the business, which is something called Andromeda update. They keep updating the system, but this Andromeda update changed everything. Now the AI, this is Meta and NVIDIA, agreed together to do this system, to read the content that you upload, to decide everything you do in the ad, and determine what is the proper selection based on what you mention in your campaign. So they read the creative, they read the text, they see the pixel data coming from your website, and I will mention this one by one. And at the end of the day, the Andromeda, it will decide which one is good for you. And we will talk about also the funnel, because there is a lot of businesses. They do one campaign with one ad, and that's it. No, it's a funnel. It's a process from different perspective to lead to someone to fill a form or talk to you over the phone or send you a WhatsApp message, which is not a typical campaign, but it's all the efforts to go to this direction. Okay? Now, we will discuss 5 things, and after that, step by step, we will go do some learning. And I created for you a platform to work on that, to understand more about that. After that, it will be, after couple of testing, it will be much easy for you. Now, the most important success factor in lead generation is what happens after the lead. Do you agree with me on that? How many today people joined so far? 2. Do you agree with me on this claim?
Yes, of course, we are facing in business this, and yeah, there is a lot of challenge and no clarity.
Okay. Now, we will go for first module, which is when you start a campaign, you have an impression, then somebody click and submit a form or come to the website, visit your website, or send you a message. But the last 3 parts, some businesses make it in one point, and some businesses takes too long process to finish. So we will understand what's the difference for each step of this funnel. So now, let's say you have booking-based or service-based or product. You have your own economics, that this service or this product cost me this much, right? But my target, I want to sell this for a lot of people in the right place, okay? So this chart, just to show you an introduction about what we will discuss today. So for example, if you want to do instant form, the volume will be low. You have very little, like you have many leads, okay? Then you have the feedback loop, and I will discuss this feedback loop now. If you go for landing page, the qualification will be very light, and it will be balanced. Like if you, in landing pages, there is a lot of businesses doing the same mistake. They add a lot of fields. Every time you add another field in your landing page, it does not work. So if you do light qualification, like 2, 3 filters max, it will be just filter, okay? But if you add a landing page, deep qualification means you are adding a lot of questions. It will bring you very low volume and fewer leads with higher conversion probability. But this is more for business to business who actually sometimes they really desperate to find a business, like a procurement manager or someone, you know, looking everywhere, asking everywhere, and they need to add all what they want. So once every month, you will get someone, if your website is really active, maybe once per month you will get someone like this. But again, the friction, which is how many steps your customer actually investing time and energy just to fill the form, you will get fewer leads, but desperate customer or really wants your services and in the last stage of purchase or booking. And sometimes it does not work, and you have to be very careful about this. Now, if you go for WhatsApp, yes, high intent, it's very nice. Easy to connect. Like now you can send one message, they already can receive a notification, they can understand what you want, but it's very expensive. When you do this campaign, it will cost you a lot of money for the long run, and it's very good for GCC, Saudi, UAE, Oman, every country in GCC. WhatsApp is number one on all of that, and it will be conversational. Means everything will happen in the WhatsApp itself. They will not go somewhere else. You are talking to them through WhatsApp. So whoever they're in WhatsApp, they don't like to jump too much. You want to give them the conversation immediately there. Okay. Now, what we are going to discuss today, beside this, how to do the setup, what's your feedback loop? CAC means customer acquisition cost. What's your percentage? What's your ratio? Cost per qualified lead, CVQL. Okay, and what is the qualified rate? We will discuss one by one all of this. And when you receive this data, do you have a CRM? Do you have something to send back the information for the economics of the platform itself? Are you getting well-informed data based on your customer journeys, what they want, what they don't want? Do you have segmentation? Do you really, like, for example, oh, I have this service and this service will end after 1 month. No, I want to give them an offer. No, this customer did not come to me after 2 months. What should I do? Like all of this outreach activities, it should be systemized, automated. And because of the Andromeda update, this data, they will not do the effort anymore. At the beginning, they said, just install the pixel, which is a code on your website to read what's happening as a traffic. And if you run the campaign, the ad manager itself, or the ad account, it has its own CRM to collect everyone's clicks, organics. So you can say later, oh, if somebody engage with my page or my LinkedIn, or sorry, my Instagram or Facebook, please send them a message. That's a CRM. That's a CRM inside the ad account. But now, what's happening in the economy and how they really want to expand their businesses, they say, you do that work. You have to tell me who is your best customer, and I will go target them. And because of that, the people who did the setup from day one, and they are aware about this setup, now they are getting the benefits and reaping the benefits for a long, consistent data, even without their knowledge. So, for example, if they're doing a very useful content or something really attractive or viral, and they go to the website, then they do this, then they do that, and they used to do all of these activities, and the Pixel or Google Analytics or Google Ads seeing this data, and the system already aware of this information, and the system or the algorithm matched them, it's now paying very less comparatively to the one who just started to do ad campaign. That's what's happening now. Disparity, huge, long discussions happening now, and it's a pain And every business owners sit together, someone praising how their ads perform very well, and other businesses complain, and they are doing the same creative, they are doing the same offers, they're doing everything, but you are missing the data. Now the system will not work for you to interpret the data. The system now will take what you give blindly, and they will do based on that. It's a big difference. Is this one, do you have any questions for this matter?
No.
Is there any? Now, this feedback loop, it should go as a what action. This is the start of the feedback loop. Let's say you have events manager, you have Google Analytics, you have Google Ads. It doesn't matter. If somebody saw the page, views a page of the offer, the product, and you are tracking them, okay? And you're sending this route through two things, which is the Pixel and CAPI, which is conversion API of Meta itself. And these two platforms, I'm talking now about one flaw. It will teach the Meta algorithm, then optimize. And inherently, the optimization will fix your spend after some time because you're actually teaching the algorithm. So you have events like page view, lead form, WhatsApp call, purchase or booking, and you are tracking all of this with a consent, okay, from the customer to know that you are tracking the customer. And you started to send, like, for example, you can use HubSpot, you can use different CRMs to send to different tools, okay, or different paid platforms. And after that, you can say, oh, this is my Pixel, this is my algorithm. Now it will start to teach the platforms, and it will come back here again. It will go back as a loop, okay? Then after that, so if you spend in the first line or the first wave or the first day 100 and you get 500 click, the next day you will spend the same 500, but you will get 600 click. Why? Because now the system started to understand who is your best. So, for example, if it's a page view and you said no, if the customer did not scroll and did not stay more than 2 seconds on the page, don't record this guy. I don't want this customer. So it will not go. So the system will not target them again. That's the main challenge that's happening every day now in a lot of organizations. How to teach the algorithm to work for you. And I'm telling you, some businesses did this by mistake or did this with accident. And now they are really having good time. And the business did not do that. They are struggling, especially on digital platforms. Okay, now, what's your CAC? If somebody's saying this jargon, CAC, which is customer acquisition cost, this is the value that actually the business say yes or no. When you're sitting with your board or you're sitting in meeting room with your CFO, if you are doing a budgeting with your accountant or finance manager, what's your CAC? What's your actual CAC? This is the actual CAC. How much did you spend? Or how many on, like, divided by how many customers did you acquire? It will give you the CAC, right? Now, let's say this 100 customer who came to you, and one customer spend 1 dirham and one customer spend 100 dirham. So you have average 50. So you will get the 50 plus the, and divide, like, CAC, divide by average. It will give you a percentage. So if your percentage, 11% CAC as a ratio, this one you can defend and you can grow and you can scale. But if you're 20, it's more than 20%. It depends on the business vertical, because there's a lot of business. Sometimes it's very high. Like, their CAC is very high and it takes months to close one deal. So you cannot really justify. I'm giving you an example. I'm giving you healthy examples. Like, if your CAC is 10%, that's okay. Again, every business has its own indicator. and it has its own benchmarks. So if you have a business, what's your benchmark against each one of these? Based on that, you can move on. But if you keep going as a blind person, you will face terrible consequences because you are not calculating anything. You don't know what's happening. And you are spending money here, you're spending money there, eating from your customer acquisition because you don't know which channel is spending what, which channel costing more, which channel actually adding value, which channel is good for branding, which channel you don't know. You are continuing day by day, you know, just to meet ends. At the end of the day, I want to get something to eat and drink and just to pay salaries. It's very hard, but at the end of the day, you have to be very careful about this. So if your average, for example, 11%, it's good. You can discuss, you can talk about this. It depends on your, maybe the CAC will be different from monthly, the CAC will be different for weekly. It depends on what's your footfall? What's your frequency of customers coming to you? Are they the same customer or new customers? Of course, customer acquisition, it means the new ones. The old customer, it means something else, lifetime value, which is different story altogether. Is this part clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay. Now we mentioned at the beginning, you have instant forms, you have landing page with very less light qualifications, like one or two, like just asking your mail and username and like your email and WhatsApp number. That's it. I don't want anything from you. Just give them drop downs. That's it. It will be 50-50. And you have a landing page with a lot of qualification or filters. It's very bad. It will create for you. Some businesses forced to do that. Like they are receiving a lot of inquiries and they want to do some barrier or friction to limit the time of their resources. So if they have 10 sales guys and they're receiving every month 2,000 inquiry, they don't want the same 10 to be distracted between 1,000. And at the end of the month, you are barely, giving anything at the end. So if you did the math, you have 10 sales guys receiving 10,000 lead, and this is not the actual lead. So sometimes you have to add some qualification to lower the volume, to control the volume, and to have a depth into the conversation. So even if you received less, definitely will be much better than eating the resources of your team. Okay. WhatsApp, as I told you, it's very high intent and you see advantages. Now, from this point till the end of the session, all our conversation will be on this. What's your volume funnel? Okay. Or what's your metrics for diagnostic? And what's your business economics? We started with CAC, customer acquisition cost. This is your sale value as an economics for your business to survive with your business. You have to be in this way, but it still have revenue, ROS, and CAC. Now, from top, you have impression, clicks, leads, qualified leads, appointment sales. Then to diagnose each volume funnel. Like if you are saying, for example, the relationship between impressions and clicks or impressions and reach, it's called CBM. Oh, the cost per click, CPC. Okay, CPL, cost per lead. CBQL, which is cost per qualified lead. CTR, conversion, CVR, qualified, all of this will go step by step. Now, I will ask a very general question. Which lead type fits your business based on all what we discussed above? Is it website, as a form? Is it instant form on Meta, or what? Like, if I'm asking.
Actually, I prefer mostly on WhatsApp. If it's possible for them to text directly inquiry on WhatsApp, it will be much easier. Otherwise, I think website.
Okay, this is what's best fits your business. Okay, 27389. He's not talking, he or she, I don't know. Now, Shahrayar, how are you? Okay. I will go with this part, which is WhatsApp. Which lead type fits you first for business? Now, for the second module, we just learn a little bit about the CAC. And we'll go later at the end, like in the middle, we will go later there to discuss this in depth. But now, if I'm starting view, I want to know what's happening in the market. That's the most important part. I want to know what's happening in the market and what they do. So if I go here, I have two things to look at. If I'm looking at Meta ads or Google ads, you have Meta library, okay, which is ad library from Facebook, and you have also ads transparency from Google. But the difference between both, that you can look at Google as a creative inspiration, what actually they do if they are running Google ads. But for lead generation, mostly running on Facebook. So top of the funnel, which is whatever attract customers, it will come from Google. But when you are competing in the middle of the funnel and end of the funnel, which is conversion, I want to do this, I want to bring more customers to the business, as library is the best for you. So if I'm going here, I will edit here. So now, if I selected this, so for example, if I want to say what kind of business you want to search about.
Beauty services, facials.
Yeah, so facial, facial. Okay, now if I want really to know who should I look at? Who should I look at? Ads running more than 60 days. This ad means it's a winner and they are scaling on the same ad. Burst of variance launched together. So if you're looking at a competitor and this competitor started suddenly to push a lot of variants of ads at the same time, it's a test. Don't look at this. Empty page means there is nothing. Okay? So you can search by business name. So if I'm seeing here, I have here secret. This is from Feb. This is a machine, right? This one, I don't know how this ad continued to work from 6 months now. This is May 18. It's not allowed to do before and after. But maybe. I can select here with a filter. I can select the language. I can select all the advertiser or not. I can select all platform, whatever the media, between 2 times. So you have here from August 9, 2019 till August 9, 2026, and the status is active. If you remove this one, you will get also whatever is still there online for some time. It's there for some time, but it's not active. So for example, this is October 2026. This is between 2. So you can see old ad also for some time, but don't rely on this. Just look how much time it takes them to remove. And you can see here the platforms. Oh, this campaign was Facebook, Instagram, Audience Network, Messenger. Sometimes you'll see Snapchat later, but sometimes Snapchat comes under Audience Network. It depends about how they show it, because Audience Network is like Google AdSense. It's different things. Okay, so I would select filter by active only, and I apply the filter. Okay, so I go select, I don't know which one. Now here you can see Atelier. This one, December 2025, they are selling foundation and they are acting as a, this one, February 14th, and still running. This is WhatsApp. Now I can go see the ad details and read the message. And I can search only for this advertiser to see how many ads. Sometimes you'll see only one ad. And this is directly going to WhatsApp, publishing on Facebook and Instagram. And it's one line only. That's tricky. So be careful about this, because you should see more message. But here's the message here. BS Bali Home SOA, message and spot promotion, baseline, this, order now. I take a note, I copy, this, if this is matching my target, I will copy. Can you give me your targets? And this one from Jan 2026. Are you doing this? Enhancement, treatment plan design only after comprehensive consultation during doctor.
No, those ads, I don't know, they are very weird. I was expecting when you write their facial, I was expecting to give you facial treatments or beauty treatments. Those are, I don't know.
No, because it includes anything, anything with a keyword, okay? But you can select your top competitors. Now here, we have Aura Bengal Clinic English, we have Globar, we have Anna Beauty Center. This is from December 2025. This is your treatment?
Almost, yeah.
So now what you do, you take a screenshot and download the video or download the image of each one of these competitors, because we will need to rewrite our copy. Okay, so we have running for 60 days, burst of variance. We have to be very careful about empty page if we are searching competitor by competitor. So my suggestion that you every 2 weeks you check the competitors. It depends on your business flow. So if you, for example, if you are in a highly competitive market, and this market every week new offers, no, give someone a time and a task to take a screenshots for these offers, to take how they present or package their businesses or their offer, and based on that, build your own offer, build your own, not copycat, but build something to compete. As you can see, this ad for this running from 2025. But even during, as you know, during the accidents or incidents that happened in the region, we did not even stop.
So
That's
what this means that this ads is very effective, very successful, and they leave it there, or
because if they are actually not facing an issue with this ad, now I want to see how many ads they run. They have 60,000 followers, okay? And they are saying eyebrow, this is a rigga. Wow, that's okay. So if I go for them only to see what they do, they are running all these ads. December, January, June. Now I will go for most recent to see what is the newest ad. This is June 11, and they have a specific format. They have a specific format. Do they have website? Now I will go to see. They don't have website. They have only Instagram, and this Instagram like 600 viewers, 600 followers. So their target is volume, and it's working for them.
how we know if it's working? We can see how much they invest in those ads.
No, we cannot see the campaign budget. But even if they are running a very low ad budget, and it's working every day, and they still receiving customer, so they are targeting people specific. You cannot see all the information, but at the end of the day, they have microblading. They have,
Yeah, they have the salon services, brows, lips, and facials.
and they are running ads. If you notice here, only one or two, like one only as a text. Even this ad is forbid. I don't know how the system left them and kept them working. I don't understand how. It's forbidden to put before and after, but I think they did not do something unrealistic, and they kept appealing. That's 100%. Okay, so they have two ads running. This is the summary. They have two ads. That means they are running on different targeting with the same ad. They have one campaign with two ads. Okay, but if you notice here, it's all about videos. They are doing a very good video. Okay, now we take a screenshots. We see what the competitors are doing. We put them as a note, like we bookmark what they do to study them later. Because every time they will do something new, we have to be aware about what they're doing. and see the interaction. Oh, this ad is gone. This ad is good. Even if you are using simple PowerPoint, if you are using a Word document, like something with some details, screenshot is enough, you know? So that's simple to see what they are doing, what kind of keywords they are using. Because if it's working, like the system can read that. If you notice here, there is good content, dense content that actually working for them. D4, sparse, unified eyebrows, no clear. And we will talk about the content now. They are teaching the AI system, the Andromeda system, to understand how the ad work. And the system, the Andromeda system, also will transcribe the audio.
How they are teaching the system?
By adding content here, and even the video does not have too much noise. So the system, if you did this, you can see CC later, closed caption, you know? The system loves this. As long as the system can understand your audio, the system can really push to whoever likes. It doesn't matter how many followers you have. It doesn't matter how many. No, what matters is the branding and the people who actually interact with you and how you entertain them and appeal them by ads, by giving them direct message. I took too long here. Active ads only. You cannot see budget. You cannot see performance. You cannot see targeting. Okay? So we have to be very careful about it. In the creative process, when you do a proper lead generation campaign, as we mentioned, we have videos. So I have to do videos, right? You have a copy written, even if it looks AI jargon, but it should really relate it to you. Like cliche and all of this is fine. You know that your competitor actually collecting and doing content, how to make it only suited to you. Okay? So now we have how to capture inspiration, how to copy that, and how to do some kind of redesign. And even if you have a design, how to reverse engineer this design and the copy. So now I'm giving you an example. I selected a style, and I'll explain this later, JSON, stencil. Then I have this AI generated image that I did in a post a couple of weeks back. Then I said, oh, I like this style. I want to do the same this style. So I will go here. Okay, 1 second. I got this from, I will just do this. Here, I open, let's say you're opening Pinterest or Cosmos or any application that really help you to see the design. We will create the same thing. Okay, I like a specific style, specific color, specific anything. So what I did here, I went to ChatGPT, okay, and I asked this question, very simple question. I said, please scan this design and create to me a JSON. JSON is a code. This is how AI understand your system, and I will show you what's happening, and we will create something together. And I said, please, can you optimize it? Okay, as a reference style guide to create the same color tones and shades or anything else. So it says, oh, I analyzed and it gives me this code. So if I go to see this code means what? So JSON viewer online, I'm just telling you how AI, after the scan, saw your code. So now, no, this is too hard. So it says here, oh, I have here lighting, composition, tone, generation guidance. So if I go for style, it says, oh, this style is vintage architecture, puzzle, and how the overall feel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 indicators. And what is the priority in the design? It's a large interlocking puzzle piece composition. What is the secondary? Architectural facade and urban line drawing. If you go for the same design here, oh, this is actually what's happened. Then it go here. This is how the AI understand. What's your color system? Oh, temperature, saturation, contrast, etc., etc., etc. Started to give dominant palette. Start to give this, all of this, whatever you have. And after that, I don't need to use it here anymore. I can see now. You can see name of what. I went to this viewer to see from the code because it's a little bit difficult. So all of this attributes for dominant palettes. What is the recommended core palette? This is the palette of warm. This is the secondary and primary. This is the skin blush, coral accent, recommended color. What's the line of work? This. It's a full description. A full description. No matter what I do, I will never write all of that down. And if you are creating different designs, consistency rule. So when you create a new design, 3 design, 4 design, 5 design, it will never change. The changes will be very little, very little. So after that, I uploaded this file. So I will go here. I went to this one. I will select another one. Okay. I will select something in front of you. Okay. I like this style. It looks lovely, right? And I will go here and I will open another ChatGPT, blank ChatGPT. Again, later you can do this by yourself. Oh, you can type it in any way you like. You can type it in any way you like. Okay? It doesn't matter. And we will try on ChatGPT and Gemini with the same output. So if I go here, it will do the analysis. It will do some thinking again and again and again and again. And I will do the same here. This is the old design that I created. I would create the same thing here. Okay? So now, still typing, all of this. If you start to read, it's very easy to read. So real, painterly, editorial, illustration, portrait, ratio, what is the recommended, overall style. It is this language for the other system. And we can use it for this system too. So if I took this, please follow. If I selected one file, which is, let's say, same file or any other, this one, right? And I will say, please follow the below instructions and generate, okay? Instruction below. And I will do the same. And this is Gemini. This is ChatGPT, right? If I did this upload files, I will go for this again. Please follow instructions. That's why I created before the workshop, so it doesn't take time. But if I go look at this, what Gemini is generated is similar but very less. Okay, so if I copy this, what do you think? I will use the second one to test Gemini, completely different output, but similar. If I uploaded the file again here, every system will give you different perspective, different output. Doesn't matter. What really suits you, go with it. Or send this as a reference for the designer. If you have a designer, or you are using Canva, or you're using any kind of tools, this one will help you to give you the head start. So as you can see, it's completely different from this one. Because why? The instruction is less. But if you go for ChatGPT created something highly depth because it understood the whole thing. Okay? So completely the output will be different. For me, I like this. Why? Because it has the whole idea behind what I selected. Now, if I go here, just 30 seconds, then I will move on. Wow, good. Similar as. Okay. Now we finalize this loop, this system to regenerate designs and start to do not let this theme stop you. If you are dealing with a designer, you have to give the reference, you have to give the constraint, not a description. And the AI will help you to do. the first draft. And for the offer, you can do the hook, promise, proof, ask. And you can take any other competitor's hook to do the same. You can ask the AI to restructure this offer to be based on you. So, of course, whatever business you are using, this is the best practice or best part of this, which is like you have to start with a hook. What's your promise? What's your proof? And what's your ask? Okay, go for the competitor's copy and ask to see what's happening. I already showed you what's happening in this other one here. So no need, we'll do the same practice again. So this is the lab, and take a screenshot. It gives you, please confirm that you received this. I'll just switch off. This one is a simulation, and it's very great. So you can start to work on your simulation. Let's say if you are real estate, you are B2B, and what's your monthly budget, and what's exactly same stuff that we mentioned at the beginning, it will give you an aspect. So for example, I will delete this one, okay, and I would select, for example, that I have 20,000 dirham, let's say home services. And then instead of, I will use landing page. What's your audience strategy balanced? Just run simulation. It will give you average simulation based on the current market. It's up and down. It's an averages, so it will differ from business to business. Then when you feel that, oh, maybe something wrong with this number, if this is your expectation is not met, you can go for the other one. So let's say I will, go for creative. If this number, which is 4,000 lead, every cost per lead is 4 dirham, qualified 961, the ROX is 4.4, which is return on ad spend. If it's not working or you think it's something wrong, what do you want to say? So reveal, it will say yes or no. So it will show you what kind of best practice you want. And it will save down here. And you can run another simulation, change something, and run again. That's fine. So you will see the difference between the first, the V1 or V2, or first attempt, second attempt, because sometimes it's not about if this lead is actually cheap. It's not about cheap leads. It's about this lead is actually working or not. And you can save this session, and you can copy this for the AI. Any AI you use, you can go create a new one, just copy paste here. And I created this tool to train the AI to give you specific answers based on the guide, which is the best practice. I'm telling the AI, do not hallucinate, do not fabricate numbers, work based on these numbers that you are facing and give actual data based on that. So it will go there, it will go and check the simulation, then what's the thinking guide, and what exactly the saved numbers for each, what is the simulation numbers. Now it will give me an answer, actual answer. So it will say, actually, version 2 is buying leads very cheaply, but too few those leads. So it will help you to learn more and more. And instead of doing this repeatedly and doing this without knowledge, this a good kickstart to learn how to do that. Change one variable, run again, V2, copy the summary, ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini, how many times? Okay? Then when you go for the practice, for the prompt, that's really good factor to start work on it, because you have to disagree with the AI, with the LLM, do not accept one answer as it is, then you can go for that. How to judge a campaign? I created a file for you to give you an example. This file also I will share with you. It's easy. It's similar to what we did before. So this one was formulas. So you can see here So for example, oh, I spent 50,000. This is each aspect based on the formula. And you can see each one by one. You can change the variables here and there to see what actually will be good for you. But please, when you change it based on your actual numbers, and it will give you everything. So put your actual impression, put your actual clicks, what's your total leads, how many you actually qualified, appointments or booking or purchases, how much, how many closed, what's your average. This is really important data that you need to add by your hand. And this judging will appear. Is it actually worth it or not? Okay. So if your numbers here did not properly work, it will give you actually an issue. And this is your ROS, return on ad spend. This is really important number, but the CAC is far important. And these are the volumes or, examples. If the volume is weak, quality. If the balance funnel is good, if higher intent is good, what the numbers should look like or how it looks like. Again, it's based on each business, what actually they are doing. Please look at this, work on it. This is your homework. After that, you can come to me and talk about this. Sorry. This is the formula index. What exactly that means and what is the read about. This is important. Start with this. Then go for sheet number 1 and look at sheet number 2. Okay? I'll make this 1 so you can get it. Okay? Again, this whole practice today or this introduction today is not about how to get cheap leads. It's about, are you actually your customer acquisition in a good number? Your revenue is a good number or not? That's your balance. What's your last outcome? This is how you talk to marketing. This is how you talk to anyone working business as a media buying. And even if you are a media buyer or performance marketing, this is how you talk to your management or talk to your client. It depends about what you do, which is the cost per qualified lead is actually within my business economics, which is the CAC. Is my CAC ratio defensible or not? Is my sample large enough to trust? That's your questions that you need to know before you scale up. And the variations trap. Let's say you have 100 sales, and each one of these sales, your average is 300, 500, 200, 500, 300. So your average is 500. And suddenly there is one sale was too big, and this, drive all your number up. That's a trap. That's a trap. You have to avoid these traps. You have to avoid these traps. Even if you have to remove it from your data to give your actual normal data. You have to do something before that and after the sale, because this is anomaly. This is something does not happen every day and does not justify your efforts for the whole month or whole year. Okay. So now the most important success factor in lead generation is what happens after the lead. This is what we claimed at the beginning. Is it true or false? It's up to you. Now you have 5 decisions you made every time and one workflow. You have a simulator, LLM, then you judge, your human judge. This is the most important thing. Then you can chat if you want. I don't think that nobody wants to chat. Then you have my social media handles if you want to follow me. Thank you so much for today. It was nice to meet you all. Thank you so much. As soon as the recording is done, after editing, I will share with everyone during this call. Thank you so much.